What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. Apologize for the tardiness. I was just collaborating with someone on my other channel, sports channel, and then I literally got finished right at 1 o'clock, and I do like two little quick things, and I apologize. So again, let me make sure who all we got. Who's all here was on time? No, we ain't talking about was on time. I mean, just because I was late, don't ask no questions, Isley. And I just explained how I was late. Let me see. I think nigga Beyond was early. God damn, I don't want to give Beyond no motherfucking pistachios. Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is the best conversation on the internet. And you will say, hey, well, why do you think your little channel here on YouTube is so special? How do you think you're the best conversation? No, it's not because of me. It is because of you wonderful people, man, who I have grown to know. Some of you I've come to love. Some of you, I like you. Some of you are all right. I don't dislike any of y'all. I'm just fucking with you. But man, I appreciate all of you for being here, having a day den. There will not be a late den tonight. And then let me tell you what I did yesterday, right? So I said I was gonna get in the mixer crew, right? And I was on the Discord. I got on the Xbox. I played for several hours, but I never got on Mixer. So there's that. Maybe after the draft bullshit tonight, we get some Mixer action in to make up for the stupid shit I didn't fucking do yesterday. So, there is that. Oh, Ronald was here early too. Damn, I want to give all these away. But let's see what we got joining us, man, and then let's get into some good conversation. We're going to talk about cheating. Is it ever acceptable to be a cheater? And I guess I could add those on the Discord. Shout out to Culture. Let's see. Sweetberries early. What was I doing? All right, let's see what we got joining us. Okay, Cultured, a.k.a. the Don of the Discord in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? And I know D-Love and there's D-Love, Man Cave, Miss Jen, M. Grace, and K. Grace. I know when I first put up, y'all were up very early, so shout out to y'all. Let's see. Miss Jessera in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? Greasy. Greasy's a funny fucking word to me. Like, it's... To call somebody greasy, it's really fucking fun. I don't know why. It's always made me fucking laugh. Let me see. Beyond a funny nigga. Let's see. Sweetberry Infinity. Ronald Isley. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. John, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Do. I already said what's up to D-Love. I'm taking it back, though. I'm going to take that back. D the Gamma. What's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. Hello, Heidi. Yeah, yes. Sniffing rocks? Wow, this is what we've gotten to now. Niggas are sniffing rocks in the 2020. Actually, I don't know, John. That was actually a great draft. That's probably the best Texans draft, the best the Texans could have drafted in the first round this year. So I was actually enjoying that. Let's see. Pick out what V-neck to wear. Oh, I fried it. I fucking fried out. I was running late. I was supposed to do something special for Miss Jessera, and I fried it. So on the next stream, I will remember to do it. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing anybody. Eastside Hero, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Shay B, what's the motherfucking deal? Fucking hate Heidi. Let's see. Yes, Miss K. Grace, you got a birthday coming up here in a few days too. Miss Barbara Ebron, how are you this evening? Or I'm so used to evening, this afternoon. And all right, let's get into it. Okay, if I missed you, I didn't necessarily dish you. I don't think I did. We just got a lot going on. So we need a post-vacation update show. Everything is good. And possibly getting better. So that's kind of where I am. It's been deliberate that I've been relatively vague about a lot of stuff. So like this is when some things when some things get a little bit more solid, like goals accomplished, then I'll kind of talk about them a little bit more. But right now, it is. I hate Heidi, but right now I'm just kind of. Just gotta see how some things flow. But if everything falls,
Coulter
that's why
donated
things have
$1.
been missing
I
some
made a
stuff.
new
And
command for Discord. Say, live in Dinfolk chat and bot will post at everyone a notification with link to channel.
okay, cool.
Command only works for Yumi N335 but displays for all to see.
I also appreciate the love. I fucking hate Beyond too. Y'all will know when it's time for everything to know. Y'all will definitely know. But let's get into it, man. So y'all know when I make a lot of these topics, there's always like this underlying thing going on. Like usually there's an underlying theme, or I'm expecting a certain response, right? So like sometimes I won't say the shows are trolling in themselves, but like I do have, I won't call it an agenda, but we've been in this community for some time now, and I'm peeling off half my fucking face. What the fuck is going on, Honcho? And so I expect certain responses from certain people. Why is this so bad? Y'all pardon me. I gotta tinker with this because this is bothering the fuck out of me. Just pay me no mind as I evaporate on stream here and there. But I'm here. Just look at the clouds. Clouds are beautiful. And so I have like this agenda a lot of the time when I come up with certain topics. Some topics are just, they are pretty straightforward for the most part. But sometimes, like I say, I have this. I want to see how people respond to certain things, right? And I don't ever really say it. I don't put it out there because I think that if you say certain things, people will then try to change their responses because of that. People don't. Nobody wants to seem predictable. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to feel like you can read them like that. But I think I'm pretty predictable. I think I am what I am. This is really fucking bothering me. I apologize that I'm not on the stream, but for some reason I cannot get this the way I want it. And it's kind of my fucking stupid ass fault because I use two different programs. So like on the sauce I use one program, on the den I use a different program. And so when I alter stuff on one, as far as my lighting, my sound, or whatever it may be, it then impacts the other one without me. Let's just fucking do this. The same thing you did on the other one, ass clown. And wow, it looked real crazy. It looked like some of those old ass racist caricatures where they used to fucking have the super big fucking pink lips and the motherfucker would be like really, really black. Like I blacked my whole self out. All right, there we go. Okay, this will have to work. Let me come back. Okay, so, and what'll happen is that I would fucking or that I deliberately have these certain topics. So like anyway, with the cheating thing, I'll kind of reveal it a little bit later, but we'll kind of get into it. And so we've talked about cheating here before. There's a saying, they say that cheaters can't change. I don't think that's. I kind of think it is true. I think my case is a little bit special, maybe, because of things that happened that made me change my perspective, really look at some stuff, and so I had to reevaluate. And I think there's a lot of other things going on, but after going through my things, though, I think it helps realize that I got a feeling like those messages be like the DNA. I like it took me going through some trauma to realize something, and so I feel like a lot of people who do cheat, who do these other things, I really think I almost want to say a lot of it, the majority of it, is a self-esteem issue. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it is very rare. And absolutely right, John. Black men don't cheat. You know, I had to stop cheating so I get my black card back. But you know, like I said, it's just again perspective. I think appreciation for self because, like I say, some things happen, and then I just kind of, I think I valued myself much more in the people that I dealt with. I did all that fucking shit, and it's doing the exact same thing. It is something on this side, like the light is a little bit brighter on this side than it is on this side, and I've been having some issues trying to get it to even out with the space I'm working with. Um, that's gonna bother the fuck out of me, but fuck it, yeah, that's what it really looks like back there. And there's no clouds. I'll disappear again in a minute, but fuck it. Anyway, Tisha Smith, how are you this evening? Um, what this was a long time ago, and this was I'm admitting to things I did. I was a terrible person up until like I think I would say I was a terrible person, but I wasn't the best individual up until a few years ago. So but I did these things, and I realized what it was. It had nothing to do with me being unhappy. It had nothing to do with me, not having a good relationship or anything like that. Because the chick I was with at the time didn't give me anything I wanted as far as, interpersonal relationship issue things. Um, but it was just like this feeling of, I guess maybe do I still have it? I don't want to lose it. I'm not in the game. I might not have the juice I used to have. Something like that. I don't know if it was. So that's why I say I think it's a lot of self-esteem stuff. And it would be chicks I would cheat, but it wasn't even like I didn't really like the motherfuckers like that. But it's just because I could. And so and so it's just it's kind of like. Yes, it's true.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Makes sense. I thought you had half a tan. Eyes. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Appreciate the love, Miss Just Sarah. And I'm cheating like a motherfucker on that, but we're gonna get right on that too, because I told y'all the Slim Jean story. Yeah. So, but and so I look at it like. That's not a justification. It's not an excuse because, if you have issues with yourself, then you need to get out of a relationship. We talked about people saying, oh, well, I need people to make me feel whole. And that wasn't ever the case. But it's like if you feel like you're lacking something and you're expecting a partner to be the person to fill that void, you need to get out of that situation immediately. Fix yourself first and then, get your shit together. Because, like I said, it's you're doing a disservice not only to your partner, but you're doing a disservice to yourself. You really are. You got to figure it out. I don't believe in the this person makes me whole thing. I think you got to have two whole people to have a quality, stable relationship. When you become too dependent on someone, for whatever reason, and they step out of your life, then you're gonna be in a funk, if you will. Terrible Big M. We've heard about your past, big Mexican. So that's my deal. Like I say, and when I took that loss and I looked at all my behavior over the years and everything and how I could have been so much better, and I did so many unnecessary things. And then that's when I went on my little vow of celibacy for a little while. And like that gave me a lot of time to rethink things. And then, like I say, the crazy part about it is that when you don't want it, that's when it's like they fucking throw it at you, right? Like, bitch, I've been trying to fuck with you for a long time, and now I don't want your motherfucking ass. Now that's how it works. That's how shit always works. But anyway, and so it really started to make me realize my value, and I started looking at women poorly. No, this was a previous celibacy, Sweetberry. This was some years. It was a little while before I started the den, or the soft sports, or anything like that. Like I said, this when I was just, I took a year and some change off from the finagling and just had to figure some shit out, But like I said, it was good for my soul, if you will. Uh, yeah, therefore, look, they can have all them and their kids. They can go to the park and play t-ball with each other because I don't want nothing to do with them motherfuckers. That's how the motherfucking shit. Man, I'm telling y'all, look, we're gonna open up the line, you know, because like I said, I know I've been talking and rambling and ranting and whatever else. But it was a chick. I told y'all stories about did I ever tell y'all a story about the $10 couch? It was the greatest fucking couch ever, you know, especially for a kid. But anyway, I used to bring chicks back to the crib when I was in high school, and it was a particular chick. It was her and a homegirl. My partner had a homegirl. Had her, and she was just done like fucking up the whole game for everybody. So like, just kind of ruined the mood, being a real couch potato. And again, it is what it is, you know. And cut the party short, took him home, whatever. A few years later, I forgot where I was working at the time. That's maybe when I was working at the plants. But I remember pulling through a drive-through, and lo and behold, it was Popeyes actually. Lo and behold, look who's working the window. And boy, were they happy to see me. They trying to give me the phone number and all this stuff. And I was a bit of an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty dismissive, and there was no need to. Hey, bitch ain't want to fuck me. It is what it is. That's the beauty of it. Everybody has choices, right? But so it just kind of goes to show, like, yeah, when things change, and yeah, she wasn't looking as right as she used to, but it is what it is. And yeah, how feelings change when things change, right? So, you know. No, I'm bragging too much. Shut up. Shut your ass up, Beyond. I'm just telling you shit. It wasn't no like it was a temporary job. It wasn't like I was on in the plant. So but let's get into it. Cheating, is it ever justified? Is there ever a reason? Oh, is that so, Sweetberry? Okay, I got you. I got Sweetberry and Beyond the Fun Nigga, y'all in cahoots now. Just because the nigga was, I was just here like a few minutes late, and so now y'all hating on me. Okay, that's fine. I see how it is. But give me a second. Let me get the line open. Oh shit! I want to save that because, like I said, there's something I'm going to say towards the end of the stream that has to do with this, and I want to know. Like I said, I want to see how the responses play out. Oh, I guess I should put that in. I'm telling you, go a few days without streaming, you fuck the whole method up. All right, there we go. And how dare you treat me like the Surgeon General, Heidi? I'm highly upset now. Oh, appreciate the love, Mr. Culture. Wow, they updated the logo. That's great. Fuck that. Shout out to Culture. Yeah, I guess I should talk about that, huh? Because I literally just did that right when the stream was cutting on. That memberships have been activated on this channel, and when memberships give you this opportunity to like use like custom emojis and shit. It depends on like how many members you have, the number of emojis you get. And so I thought it would be nifty to do some den related things, and there's like 3 or 4 tiers. I'm not sure if it's 3 tiers on this channel or 4. I think on the saucer was 4, and so sometimes I get them mixed up. But little benefits and things like that. 4, because 4 tiers. But at the lowest tier, it's like $1.99, I think, a month. You get the custom emojis, you get the badges, so you get like a little special badge by your name that shows that you're a special person. And the way to do that is if you click the super chat button. I think because they have like super stickers, there's super chat, super stickers, and I think it's like a join thing under that. And so if you would want to do that, that's cool. And who blocked you? Who blocked you, Lady Tia? Appreciate the love, Professor Trill. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how to, because I think there's a way too you can do like a special badge. I got to see how that whole thing works. But but let's get into it. Hey, let's see, Nikki napping motherfucking Nicole in the building, and Miss Lady Tia, how are you? But yeah, let me know who did that. I'm gonna get on their ass. But let's cut the line on. Let's get some calls in. And I'm not gonna lie, when I don't get to do the deal, I miss you guys. I do. Like y'all are special people. Lady T, I appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. Make sure I got the right number on, and we Gucci. Yeah, and so like I said, as y'all can see some of the. Let's actually put this in a separate window, so I can actually see that. All right, cool. Yeah, like I said, you get special badges, and so for those of you who do become members, because I try not to look at the chat during the calls, right? But sometimes you just can't fucking help it. There's gold in the chat sometimes, because some people are actually commenting on whatever the callers may be saying, and then others, well, the rest of you are just bad people. So I added a couple of hang up emojis. There's a hang up emoji and a little phone thing. Shout out to Ray of Ray Ray's Rants, because he told me I should do one with the little thumb like hanging up. Because I know there's a lot of people who love to who love to encourage me to hang up on certain callers. But now you can visualize. You can you can visualize your thoughts and feelings with the little emojis. Dan, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. By, like I say, you click. Let me double check. 'Cause I'm saying this shit. I don't even know if that's exactly the way it goes. But I think you click the little dollar symbol at the bottom. I don't know if you have to refresh or not. I may be wrong because it's not showing up on here. I think in the sauce it did, but it should be like a thing that says super sticker, super chat, and then it should say join. And then I think if you click join, it'll give you the option for the different tiers and things like that. Miss Jess Sarah, appreciate the love. Thank you for becoming a member. And then we'll close that out right there. Yeah. So, and shout out to. I'm so used to fucking streaming, so I can't say it. I was going to shout out Professor Trill about something, but I haven't put the video out, so I can't fucking do it. But after the stream, I'll put on the sauce. And I gave you a special shout out on the video I did on Sauce Sports, Professor Trill. So look forward to that after the stream is over with. All right. So what I've come to realize is the den is full of cheaters because no one wants to call in and share their thoughts about cheating. So you're all trying to justify your cheating. And shame on each and every one of you. Okay. So there's that. But like I said, I guess I could talk more about my previous experiences and why I tried to justify it, or maybe at the time I tried to validate it. And I don't even think I did necessarily. I just did it. Again, like I said, going in my head, it was as a man. We're designed to spread the seed. That's the way we were made. Our processes enable us to do that. Females not so much. We want to get to the root of things, but it wasn't the purpose of procreation, because there's no little honchos running around. It was just like I said. It was just like an ego thing. Like, do I still have the juice? Can I still pull hose? Is this a thing? And to sit there and oh man, but I would it was just like why now looking back at it, what did I get out of it? I hurt a person that I loved dearly, and there was like no benefit. There was really no benefit from it. And so again, like my thing may not be the same. It may be a situation where Somebody may not feel like they're getting the love and attention at home that they deserve. Sweetberry, appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you very much. You say it can be because people are greedy. Claims to be good at home. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a great point. I guess I should stop giving answers to things from fucking the PC point of view because I do everything on the fucking computer, so I don't think about it. Let me see if I can get on the channel. Maybe I can tell from there. Okay, all right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this afternoon?
You know how I feel about cheating. Don't get me started.
No sluts.
No, sluts. I can't stand that bullshit. But cheating, I'm gonna be justified. Because if you can't uphold the relationship standards that I deem important, then we can't be in a relationship. But I don't knock anyone that decides to stick with their partner who cheated. I just can't do it. I'm just not that forgiving. And keep in mind, justified, the word justified is a derivative of the word justice, which means fair. And so when you enter into a monogamous relationship with someone, it should be agreed upon how that relationship is going to go forward. I let it be known that I don't deal with cheating at all. So if somebody's going to do it, they need to make sure that they don't ever want to be with me again. And most of the time, guys are stupid when they cheat. They really ever have any intention of leaving their wife or the women that they're with. They just go and cheat and can mess up and break hearts and do all of that other stuff, but they really don't want to leave. So that's why I don't understand. I understand that the guys say, that's something we do, we got to conquer this, that, and another. Now, you got to think past that because cheating to me is a sign of weakness.
Do you think that men and women cheat for different reasons?
Some of the same reasons. But I think when people cheat or when people are with other people, they do it for how somebody else makes them feel. And that's true to practically any relationship. Even with friends and things, how somebody makes you feel. And if they want to go outside the relationship, knock yourself out, but make sure that you do not want to be with me anymore. And some guys don't leave because it's inconvenient. They're used to their little nest. They don't want to have to uproot and move someplace else with another woman, in another neighborhood, and have to open up different accounts and got to deal with how she runs her household that they're not used to or how she's raising her kids. All of that is such an inconvenience, so some of them don't want to have to go through that because it's convenient to stay with the woman that they're with. But I would hate for someone to stay with me just because it's convenient. I want them to stay with me because they want to. Or they love me and they have enough respect to not do that. But I do understand that people need to be happy. So if someone's not happy in a relationship, I can understand them going out and doing something else with someone else. But let it be known so that the person that you're cheating on can now have the power and make the decision whether they want to stay in the relationship with you or not. But don't trick them into it because that's making them be in a relationship under false pretense.
Correct.
And I don't like to be tricked.
I agree. And so you said something very interesting. That's kind of what I want to get into because, and shout out to Dan and Man. I appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you so much, sir. So when you said about a person forgiving somebody, once a person forgives a cheater, do they? Is it their fault if they get cheated on again, or should that person after they're forgiven take that into consideration and work on, not continuing to cheat?
No, I don't think it's their fault. If someone cheated on you one time and they say that they're not going to do it again and they give you their word and you want to believe in them, you should try to make the relationship work if you want to. Love that person and you understand that they might have made a mistake. No, it's not your fault. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a forgiving person. If they continue to keep doing it over and over again, that's different. But after the first time, the second time, if they want to stay, fine, but I don't think so.
Just curious.
I don't think it's their fault. You know, it's that person's fault because it has nothing to do with them, really. You know, and when they say that men cheat because they're not happy at home, they're not satisfied, the woman doesn't cook well, she doesn't wax the floor well, she doesn't screw them well, all that other stuff. Some men have it so good at home, but they'll still cheat because they really don't want to leave. It's rare. How often do you hear about these guys that want to leave their wives or the women that they're with? They rarely ever want to leave.
Oh, no.
So it can't be all that bad.
Yeah. And that's interesting, and I agree with you where you were saying that you don't want to, upset what you have. So it's usually, people are in a situation where they have stability, they're comfortable, and that additional partner may just be a little bit of spice. It may be a little fun. It may be, whatever it may be, but people then want to go back to, their normal lives. I don't know. Like, I don't know what that is. I think people, like I say, I don't know if it's the attention or maybe it's just the feeling, but I don't know if people, do they truly want to cheat? Do you think is it a lack of something that they're getting? I mean, because if they're not really willing to give up what they have at home, do they? I mean, they're not committing to it, like you kind of said. It's like, is this what they really want to do, or is it really an underlying thing that they're trying to fulfill?
Some of it is greed, and they want to feel a certain kind of way, and sometimes it might feel good to sneak and do something. That adrenaline rush. Like when I sneaked and smoked a cigarette for the first time. That little sneaky feeling to see if you can get away with it. And I suppose some of them like that also. But that's just too much stress. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with one man, I would hate to have to be in a relationship with another one. One of you guys is too much stress. I don't need twice the amount of stress because I'm sneaking around and things like that. That's ridiculous. And for me, a partner...
Just Sarah donated $2
yourself.
through Super Chat.
If
they
there
aren't
flinging and giving
satisfied,
away like it's
eat a
Tic Tacs,
Snickers. Smiley
you
face.
just devalue
Smiley
yourself.
face. Celebratory hands in the
I
air.
would like somebody that everybody else can't get. And should want a woman that not any other person can get. And you want to feel confident to know, because who wants to babysit a man, that when he goes out in public, if a woman comes and tries to talk to him or anything like that he doesn't go for it. He says, I'm not going to mess up what I have at home. It's called integrity.
Correct.
And I want someone to have that amount of integrity. I want to babysit. I don't want to be on anyone's phones and sneaking around and driving. And don't think I haven't done some of that. Well, not the phone thing. But I have been all black and climbing fences and shit. Oh, yes, I did.
What?
Yep. And ran into some cobwebs, too. At night, yes, I did. And that's crazy. That's temporary insanity. But when you're done doing those things, you're like, oh, my God, I never want to have to go there again. And so when I heard other people going through things like that afterwards, I would say to myself, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. I told you how when I flew into Fayetteville, and with the diamond ring that he bought me, I tried to cut open his window. And I found out that the diamond didn't cut fucking glass, like on TV. I was trying to get in there. Really, and it can make you temporarily insane. And I'm going to tell you, when I went down to Fayetteville one time, he made the mistake of leaving the house after we fought for like 4 hours. And so I cut the wires in the back of the TV. And I knew that once he realized that he was going to go after my jewelry and the ring. So what I did was, listen up, girls, I put all my jewelry and everything in a little plastic baggie, and I went out behind his apartment complex. I dug a hole like a dog, and I buried it. Because as soon as he realized those wires were cut, he went looking for my jewelry and stuff because I knew he was going to do that, but it wasn't there. So then I went to my friend's house, my friend Patty's house, and then afterwards we went back and went behind the house, and I had the little spoon, and I dug up my little baggie and got my jewelry and went on my happy way. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's
But you hate to have to go through those extra things, but I have.
Okay. And I agree. It can be very nerve-wracking, and that's why I say, if you let them kind of do it, I think, and again, love is a weird thing, and so I understand forgiveness, but it's, again, like you say, it does bring on those vibes where you see some of the wildest people, some of the craziest stories you hear have to do with cheating. I don't know if you remember that story a few years back about the lady astronaut. I forgot where she drove.
Yes, but she put on a pamper.
Yes, and it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, that's real crazy because that means she went to the bathroom on herself.
Yeah, like you have to be a very determined person. That's a. I don't have that level of determination.
No,
I
me
don't.
neither.
I
Not
don't
there.
think in anything to do some shit like that. Literally. Okay. Okay. So do you think that you said that it's very rare that you think a cheater can change, but it's very rare.
Right. Because I'm a firm believer that people do and can change. You mean I'm not the same person that I was, you mean, a long time ago. Some things stay the same and some things change. And I've seen people that cheated and cheated, especially when you get my age. These old bastards, if they're still cheating at this age, like I said, they need to go freaking eat salt they can and drink salt water as a chaser and just kill themselves, because you have no business at this age doing that dumb shit. Not now. You're an old fucking cheater. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Nope. Will not deal with it. Absolutely don't deal with cheaters at all, and I let it be known. And when I leave, then they always want to come back or always want to get me back, but I can never have that trust. If I don't have that trust and loyalty, I can't do anything. And I've tried. And like I told you before, Honcho, counseling wouldn't even help me, because it's in my mind I can never trust them again, and I don't like to be around anybody that I cannot trust. And that's a deal breaker. If I don't trust you, I can't be around you. And I was going to say, when I wanted to call for my daughter's birthday the other day, she's the number one person I trust with my life and everything is her. And not that, my sons aren't trustworthy, but my damn son stood us up like 3 times going on vacations.
What?
See, she'll never stand me up. Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, well, I got another gig, or I got something to do, or this, that, another. The girl will never. Will never. She's number one. That's my heart. Everybody knows that's my girl.
Well, shout out to Miss M. Grace, and another happy belated birthday to her. And like I said, I know you got one coming
And
up
that was
soon.
nice. She said, why'd you tell everybody it was my birthday? I said, because I wanted to. Don't be telling everybody.
Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, it's when your birthday is. I think when women start getting guarded, when you start asking the number associated with that birthday. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna.
His New York John asked the other day.
Oh,
He wanted to know how old she was. And I know Roman just asked. I said, too old for you, because she said Roman sounds so cute. When she listens to him. But no. But that's about it. But I don't want to hog up the line, because I tried to be conscientious of other people behind me that might want to call and things. And I'm going to hang up now. Yeah, because people take too goddamn long, on this phone. And I can see if some people, like, every now and then they call, but if you call every day, you don't need to be hogging up the line. The only person that's that exciting to listen to for a certain amount of time, number one, is prepaid. His ass for 30 minutes. You know how much I love my prepaid. But I'm going to get off. I want somebody else to call. Come on, people, call. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this.
Yes, absolutely.
Deborah, I hope you feel better.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am. And I appreciate you getting the party started, Miss Grace. And I'll be looking forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye. Okay. Interesting. We got an interesting call. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer this. I'm putting them on hold. Hold on. You got an interesting call coming up. Shout out to Miss Grace. Make sure I put your down. Make sure I got to get these pistachios. But okay, so Miss Grace says, she thinks teachers can change. It's very rare, and I agree that once you kind of have that situation, it's hard to build back trust in somebody. Once you've lost faith in somebody, it's definitely very hard. Let's take this next caller. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening or afternoon or whatever time it is?
Ashley.
Hello, Ashley.
Wait, hold on. It's turn off my TV. Okay. Hello.
It's been a bit, Miss Ashley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Oh, real quick, Miss Jessica, I appreciate the super sauce, super chat love. If they aren't satisfied, eat a Snickers. Hey, you're not acting like yourself. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on cheating? Is cheating ever justified, Miss Ashley?
I really don't think that there's I don't think people belong to each other like that.
So even if you go out and make a commitment and have a big ceremony and all of these things with each other, that they don't necessarily belong to each other?
No, I don't think so. or at least to me. But I don't know. I don't think that you should limit yourself ever. Like, use protection or whatever, but I don't know.
Okay. So you should always be open to options. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I mean, like, don't have to, like, if that's not what you're into, don't, but I don't know.
Okay.
Just
So
I never.
so my thing is okay. So say you made a commitment. Even though you say you don't, nobody is owned by anybody. So you make a commitment to somebody, to marriage or fiance, whatever you want to call it, and y'all are doing your thing, and then you come across, you go out to I don't know, you go out to Taco Bell one day, and you get you a chalupa, and let's say Miss Ashley, you see someone behind the counter that you're extremely attracted to. You give them your number, and y'all chop it up for a couple of days. You end up hooking up. Actually, let me give a better example. Let me not say Taco Bell. Let me say something. Let me do something. Let me do something better because I need this scenario to work. Let's say I don't know. Let me because I need this to work just a certain way. Let's say.
Why does it have next door?
Huh? I'm trying to just throw a random place to meet somebody other than the club or something wacky like that. But let's just say you are at Taco Bell and you meet somebody at Taco Bell, not necessarily a worker, and it's a gentleman, appears to be well to do for himself, maybe more so than the person you're currently committed to. And you give him your number, you kind of chop it up, and y'all finagle and y'all fornicate or whatever you want to call it, and you feel like this situation is maybe a little bit more entertaining. Is that justification, in your opinion, to leave the original person that you were committed to?
Why do you have to leave?
Well, what if the person that you're committed to is not accepting of that because they made a commitment to you, but not to you entertaining with someone else? So, like, if you knew that they would be unhappy about it, and this other person is offering the same terms as your original person, are you justified in leaving to go with the other person if they offer a better situation?
Well, I don't think that them offering anything would, make it a better situation. It's just that they would be more accepting of what you're doing. Because the other guy doesn't have to leave.
Well, what if
I know it's something.
Well, what if he's like, I'm not dealing with that. This is a male ego we're talking about.
And that's his own problem, and that's not you leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You're like literally doing your own thing and living your own life how you want, and then he's accepting of it, how he's accepting of it. He could stay and deal with it, or he can leave.
Well, what if he's not accepting? What if he's figured I'm committed to you? I thought it was going to be me and you only, and now you are meeting up with niggas at Taco Bell, eating fucking Mexican pizzas together and shit, and going home and having all kind of 35 seconds of fun, and I thought that was only for me. So maybe he can't handle that, and he says, you have to make a decision. It's either me or Taco Bell Mac Daddy. What do you do?
Well, I would stay with the person. Personally, I would do whatever I want, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I've never ever been in a situation like that.
Okay. So let's say the original gentleman that you got, what you committed to, nice guy for whatever reasons you liked him, but say Taco Bell Mac Daddy, taller, better shape, nicer car, bigger house, more money, upward mobility in his career, just got everything going. A little bit younger, he hits the back door, not that back door, but the other back door. When I'm talking about the vaginal back door, not your asshole. And does all the things that you like. Do you still stick with the original guy?
I mean, I don't see what's the. Like I don't see why you would have to choose if you want to have them both.
But what if they? What if they're not giving you the option of a choice? What if guy A says it's me or him? Taco Bell Mac Daddy says it's me or him, and you have to make a choice. And you're stuck in the middle, trying to be a lover of the world.
And they're basically the same people, or
no? Like I say, whatever. The original guy's the guy. He came first. I guess hypothetically and literally. And then guy number 2, he is an improvement in every area over guy number 1, other than the fact that guy number 1 just met you first. Like I say, he has every other thing about guy number Taco Bell Mac Daddy is a plus, is a pro over over the OG, the OG original guy. Who do you choose?
I would say if I loved the first guy, I would stick with him. But if I don't really love him like that, I would just, put the second guy back with somebody after week or whatever. Like, that's crazy. Like stacking up with somebody. But this is all hypothetical.
Yeah, this is all hypothetical. I'm just.
This is all a whirlwind romance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think you should have to choose because people don't belong to each other.
Okay. So even married people, you feel like people should have open marriages?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
If that's what you're into, you don't necessarily have to do that. If you don't want that.
Okay. But do you think that should be allowed? I mean, so what if somebody what if somebody has a change of heart? Sometimes, I mean, relationships are dynamic. So it's not always going to be the same thing all the way through. Things happen, feelings come and go. Sometimes they increase, sometimes just traumas happen. Sometimes, your situation changes. Maybe your feelings change a little bit. Do you think that everybody should be open to allowing their partners to entertain side people?
Yeah.
Okay. But what if, even if you originally didn't agree to this and somebody just said in the middle of the relationship, hey, I still love you and I care about you. I don't want to hurt you. I still want to be a part of your life. And this is, say, somebody speaking to you. Say a guy tells you this. Say y'all been together, let's say, 3 or 4 years. And he's just like, Ashley, I care about you. I love you. But, I just kind of want to entertain, other company from time to time. 35 seconds just ain't cut. I need at least a minute and a half. I need a little bit more. You would be okay with that?
If he felt like that's what he needed. Like, I've done that to somebody.
Really? Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, I was married, and then I got married to somebody else while I was married, kind of. Well, technically, I just didn't get a divorce. But then, anyways, I ended up getting back to my first husband. It's like all,
So, wait. So you were technically still. So you were married, got married, and then unmarried and stayed married?
And then I got back with him. And he was accepting of how I am. I mean, not even like how I am, because I'm not like that, but just in that one situation,
Okay. This is interesting. And what was it about husband number 2 that made you say, hey, I'm already in this kind of a thing, but, let me double up on that. Let me get in this thing over here too. What was it about him that made you feel like making an additional commitment while you were already committed?
He was really nice. And my husband traveled a lot, so he wasn't there most of the time.
So you feel like if a man is not, or a person, period, doesn't have to be a man, if a person is not there frequently, if they leave their partner absent for significant amounts of time, that that partner should be allowed to have someone entertain their company?
I think you should do it whether or not they're right there or not. If that's what you're into, you should be able to do it, like whether or not they're right there or 1,000 miles away.
Okay. Are you a swinger, Ashley?
What?
I said, are you a swinger?
What is a swinger? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I was in the, what do you call it? Not necessarily, not like a swinger, because isn't that when you, like, swap partners?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like that.
Okay, so you didn't swap partners, but did you engage with other partners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not other partners. It was the one person.
So this one person, but was that in a group environment?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Like, what the hell?
What's going on here?
No.
One second. Okay. Any other thoughts? Hold on. Okay. So, any other thoughts on cheating in open relationships?
I mean, I don't know. I think if you're into that, you should just go for it. And if your partner isn't accepting of it, like, that's their loss.
Okay. Can you fault somebody for not being accepting of that?
My ex tried to act like he wasn't accepting of it, but then he accepted it because he wanted to be with me. And which is weird. I guess you just have to find somebody that's like that, you know?
Do you think people like that have self-esteem issues?
That would accept it?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that I was like 30 years younger than him. That's like, you know, different.
Okay. I think that might play a factor.
Yeah.
All right. I have no further questions, Your Honor. I mean, I don't know what to say at this point.
Right.
So if the situation is opportunity, like, so the next person that you commit yourself to, do they have to be open to that?
If you want to, see, I don't know if I would want that with somebody else. I think it was just situational, like I'm the right person who was having, but I wouldn't want to limit myself ever. So it should be an option for me. So I guess I would have to be accepting of it.
Okay. And one last question: would you ever get with someone 30 years older than you again?
Yeah.
That's all I got. Well, we have definitely gone past the 10-minute rule, but it's all good. Miss Ashley, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts with us today. I mean, that's an interesting perspective. That's why I say I can always count on Miss Ashley for having a different worldview.
AKA I'm a terrible person, but whatever.
Oh, we're all bad people, but you're a terrible person. No, you're all right. I mean, it's just it's just the way you feel. So you got to have these differences in opinion. Otherwise, the day will be very boring. So I mean, I appreciate you being frank and honest about your experiences.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, good talking to you.
All right, Miss Ashley, it's good to hear from you, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Goodbye. Okay, one moment. I'll put you on hold for just a second. Interesting. Very interesting. Shout out to Miss Slick Whip. Shout out to Miss Angela. And somebody else popped up in here on the low. Who was it? I saw Tiger Texans. T. Jackson was the motherfucking deal. Very interesting. I want to know y'all's thoughts on that, but we'll come back to that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this evening or afternoon, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods?
Hey, Honcho.
How you doing?
Can you hear
lady?
me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing today?
This is Lady here.
Okay. How are you doing?
Okay, now I'm not going to get mad about the blocking thing, but it says one of your moderators blocking me, but it's all good.
I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm trying to figure who would block Miss Lady T.
It's all good. I can still stay involved. But I want to talk on your topic. Now, I think revenge can be one of the reasons people cheat.
Okay.
Ego, of course. Now, I can tell you a story about, I done had several men that have tried to holler at me, and they were married. Some didn't have their ring on. Some was bold enough to have it on. But it's a question that I think every woman should ask. Now, this guy told me he was married, and I asked him, are you willing to risk your marriage to have a good time with me? And why would you? And he said, everything is good at home. Now, he was one of the rare ones because he didn't give me all the excuses, all the bad things, because most of the time, men and women, I am not going to leave the women out, that cheat have all the things about their spouse. He said everything is good. They both are successful. He said he's just greedy.
Okay.
He was just a greedy guy.
Okay. Greed
now,
is good.
I also blame it on women.
Well, why is that?
Unpopular opinion. Because some women get a notion of, oh, this guy got it going on. I do know he got a woman. I can see his pictures of his family on Facebook and things like that, but I know he got it going on. Let me see what I can get out of it. He hollering at me, hey, let me see what I can get out of it. And if he lacks self-control, it usually works. But also it can be dangerous because some of these men that have no self-control, these women get involved and now they want you to leave your wife. And now they want to tell on you and things like that. We all know the side chicks have no longer been the side chicks back in the days. They going to tell on you. They going to make it known that they sleeping with your man and call your wife.
Is that?
But I think
is that a bad term? Like, I mean, if you come into a situation knowing where you stand in the relationship, in the encounter, however you want to do it, is that a breaking of the rules to be a side chick and then try to and not to be deceived? If he was completely honest with you, told you everything that was going on, you know that you're on the side, you know that he has a family at home, a wife, and whatever, and then you just one day up and get your feelings and decide to break that barrier and contact the wife. It's a wrong situation to begin with, but is it?
Absolutely.
Is the side chick even more wrong for trying to expose that? Is it, with her, is that greed and gain on her part, or is it or her quote unquote maybe trying to have some integrity? Maybe she feels bad and wants the wife to know what's going on. Like, what do you think usually is the motivation from a situation like that?
I absolutely agree that is not her part. But I think the motivation is only to let that wife know I got him too. It's type of a bragging thing. It's some simple-minded women out here think that, oh, he's going to leave me. Or if he buy his woman a new car, she want one too. And you're just not on the same playing field. But also, a lot of women that are side chicks because they don't want responsibility, that their wife is home taking care of him, washing his clothes, cooking for him. Side chick don't have to do all of that. She just got to give him a good time.
Correct.
So when it comes to the excitement of maybe this man is cheating because this other woman is doing
other things that his wife may not be doing in the bed. Because for the most part, that's why men cheat, because that person is doing some different things in the bedroom or whatever, and it's no complaint. I just say, if you don't have that type of wife, why did you marry her? If your sex drive is high, how did you marry somebody whose sex drive is low? And it's always a compromise when it comes to sex, because if you've been together with somebody for years, it does get dull at times. But if y'all love each other and communicate, there's a whole bunch of things out here in the world that you can spice up your relationship. So it shouldn't be no excuse for that. And another thing, if you communicate with your spouse, your partner, that, hey, if we have a situation where sex is the main focus in a lot of situations of why things are going wrong, and we can communicate that we want to try something new, maybe we bring somebody in the bedroom, it should be communicated in a point where emotions are not involved in that, bringing that person in a situation that usually don't happen. Most of the time the man get greedy and he end up going after that woman outside of his woman. Me, on the other hand, if you cheat on me, I'm out. I mean, I don't care how long we've been together. That's just something that is a deal breaker for me. Women are labeled to be weak and to be, oh, you allowed this man to cheat on you and you forgive him. I understand people do fight for their relationships, and if you invested things in a relationship, a woman would be like, no, this little chick is not going to get all that we have built.
Correct.
But I throw it away.
Well, you just let it all go.
And the last thing I want to say is, some men won't cheat because they know what
you
their
mean black
woman
men?
is to them.
Black men won't cheat because black men don't cheat. That's a nationwide rule. Everybody knows black men don't cheat.
Well, I'm just saying, a man that is down for his wife and love his wife, he's gonna have enough self-control and love her to know that I'll hurt her enough that anybody is not worth it. There's men out here right now that a woman can flaunt herself all in his face and he'll be like, yeah, you going on with that.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because it doesn't only hurt the wife, it hurts the whole family.
Absolutely. Because I think it impacts the way kids look at that bond between, mother, father, husband and wife, whatever it is. If, one of them is stepping out, doing other things. Like I say, it's definitely a problem. Okay. So, have you dealt with a situation that you had to resolve of a gentleman that may have stepped out on you, and if so, how did you handle that?
I left him. I was married for him for 13 years. I found out that he cheated and had a baby. I couldn't reconcile that because if I did, I would be accepting a child in our relationship that he decided to go out and do, and it was just too much for me. It was something that I couldn't deal with, so I threw that 13-year marriage away. Now, we do have kids together, and I wouldn't say, oh, this your dad's fault. I don't have to say that. He has to explain that to his kids. It's not even my position to even tell them what happened. I'm not angry about it. I'm over it. It happened. He didn't value me enough. So that's the end of it. But some women do stay, and I don't blame all women that stay. But I still don't think that is a good enough excuse to hurt someone that you say you truly love.
I agree. Do you think cheaters change?
Do
you think that cheaters change?
I think they can change. It's just a lot of growth. But for the most part, men and women that are cheaters do not just get to say, "Oop, I'm going to go find me somebody to sleep with." I don't think. If they do, then that's just in them, period. They don't even need to be in a relationship because that's just them.
Okay.
And I don't think our argument is good enough to go cheat. Wow.
Okay, so the previous caller,
Maybe.
Miss Ashley, said something very interesting. She said she feel like people they don't own one another, and and she did say whether you're there or not. But do you think that absence is a good enough excuse to cheat, or should you just end the relationship? Say, like I said, she said like he was traveling a lot for work or whatever. So if you got a guy, maybe he works turnarounds. I know it's real big in in the plant industry. They even talk about operators when you go to school. It's even in the textbooks that 50% of them you're more likely to get divorced because of the hours you work. Do you think that that's a good enough excuse to cheat because somebody's just not there?
Well, see, people don't understand that we go by love languages, and if your love language is somebody, I mean, it's quality time. If you with somebody that is out busy, then that ain't the person for you anyways because you seek quality time. Also, I think if he's out making money for you, the family, why would that be a reason for you to cheat? Because it's a purpose on why he's there. Now, if you insecure about why he's out there, then that's something you need to communicate about. I don't think a busy person that is out working, making money to provide is a reason to cheat. If you lonely, get a toy. I mean, I get a dog. I don't know. Do something. Find a hobby. Do something.
Okay. And I agree. It's terrible. Though. Like I say, it's just you hear so many stories, and that's what it is. And I think it's similar to. I won't say it's the same. I'm not comparing them, but you hear similar stories from people who've been in the military to similar stories to people who are in the construction or in the plant industry. When you're working those long hours, or if you're going out of town, pulling turnarounds where you're working, you may be pulling 712s, someplace 714s, or if you're on oil rigs or whatever it may be. That because you're not there, I got lonely.
But if you choose him, if you choose that man that's busy, that is a busy man, that comes with the territory.
Yeah, if you want it's the same. You want a successful man, you got to be willing to accept a busy man because that's kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, I think those are some of the worst people because again, if you are getting all the other needs taken care of, and the only reason that you are upset is because it's not enough time, but yet you're willing to accept everything that comes with this person. You're willing to accept all the financial gain that comes with it. If it's a nice home, the nice cars, and everything else.
Right.
But because you can't, have patience.
But you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You can have it both ways. I want us to be successful. I want us to have something. Mm-hmm. But if you're going too long, I'm lonely.
Mm. Interesting. I do agree, John. The cheaters are why the Rona is as bad as it is. Okay.
And beyond funny ninja, I do have a man.
Shot him down. But okay. All right, Miss Lady T, is there anything else that is on your mind, ma'am?
No, I just be trying to throw some stuff out there so we can continue the conversation. Okay. But thank you for having me on. I'm going to get back in the chat.
I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
All right, have a good evening. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put you on hold for about 10 seconds. It'll be just a moment. All right. Y'all give me just a moment. Not necessarily going anywhere. Let me just disappear for a second. I got to tweak one thing real quick. Hold on. I'll let y'all listen to me do shenanigans and tomfoolery. Oh. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. Who do we have calling into the den this afternoon?
Hey, Shot Gang in the building, baby.
How you doing this afternoon, Mr. Dan the Man?
Hey, man, look, bro, I just got from a run. Well, like half run, half walk. I'm tired. I need to get some sun, This isolation ain't good for a nigga, man. So I'm just trying to get some sun. And I'm just keeping it real. And I saw this topic. It was on my phone. I was listening to music. I was like, damn, man, let me get the hell home, bro. I say something. So, cheating, is it ever justified? I think, yeah, it just matters on how you justify it. Anyone can justify anything. I mean, people justify genocide against other people. for whatever the fuck reason. You got adults justifying the genital mutilation of their children under the guise of making them feel better, even though kids don't know what the fuck they want. Their bodies, their minds aren't fully developed. So anyone can justify anything. It's just, is anyone going to check you on your justification? Right? I mean, that's it. So, I mean, look, y'all niggas do what y'all want to do, man. It is what it is, bro. Look, I'm just here by my lonesome. And let me tell you something about cheating. And I think it was cheating in absence. I told you my story. I didn't finish it, though. I'm going to finish it now.
Okay.
So, well, let me give a bit of backstory. This just, everything just added up. 2011, my mom died.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the day before, and the day after I joined the Navy, I think. I didn't get a chance to tell her I joined.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone texted her, and, I wanted to tell her because she left me a message. And then she passed away. It was a stroke, I believe, brought on by drugs and whatnot. And after putting her in the ground, basically, about a month later, I got into a relationship with that girl I was telling you about. The one I knew for 8 years since college, and I fell head over heels for her the first time. And even in college, I think I witnessed her being like infidelous, whatever she cheated on one of the dudes she was messed with before, and she was kind of bouncing around guys. I ain't gonna lie, but me, caping ass, simp ass nigga, I was listening to all her problems and shit. I was a simp. I was sucker dumb nigga. I was a simp. That's it, right? Yeah. And I didn't get no ass. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop hanging out with her because I realized that no matter what I do, it's just I'm not gonna try to get her mess around with her. That's what fuck niggas do, right? Yeah. I don't do that shit. Like, you trying to mess with me? Okay, let's do it. If not, I'm gonna pack my shit up, go home, and beat my dick. Been doing that for years. Nothing goes wrong there. Yeah. So anyway, get through college, meet up with her again. Not long after I buried my mom and I joined the Navy, and we admit feelings for each other. I go to boot camp, and this is all like in a short amount of time. Within 6 months, I had done boot camp and my apprenticeship school. I started dating this girl right after I got out of boot camp, and I just buried my mom. And then I go on my first deployment right after all that's done. So really, 2011 was a fast-ass year. No, 2012 was when I started. So 2012 was a fast-ass year. Sorry, I got that mixed up. So she cheats on me on deployment, a 6-month deployment. I forgive her, like, once again, the caping-ass niggas. I'm going to be embarrassed saying this, but, I mean, I've said stuff like that before in here. She ain't nothing new to me. So, like I said, on Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve, it was Christmas, she tells me she's breaking up with me, and I sit there crying and shit like a little bitch. And a few days later, I suicide by drinking 2.5 liters of whiskey in a hotel room somewhere.
Good grief.
So, yeah. Oh, what's up?
I said, good grief.
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah. So everyone who's really justifying that cheating and shit like that, bro, look, that shit damages people. Now, it wasn't just cheating. It was the fact that I just buried my mom. Mm-hmm. And, the Navy wasn't nothing I thought it was. All that honor and courage and commitment, all that other history. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's people just padding their careers. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Join the Air Force. It's easier. Real shit.
The chair force?
yeah, shit. The top ass chairs, nigga, shit.
I learned that shit the other day. We had a sports chat, and it was a bunch of different guys from different branches of the military. And when they said that chair force shit, oh my God, that shit was crazy. That shit was hilarious to me. I thought that was a lot of them motherfuckers jealous that they didn't have a high enough ASVAB score to join the fucking Air Force. And the Marines are fucking jarheads, had this shit beaten to their head anyway to die for some bullshit. So look, let them niggas rock, bro. I don't give a fuck no more. I get my disability check. I'm Gucci. But anyway, back to cheating. And the previous caller, she was spitting some real stuff about what happened to her, started happening to her. But the caller before that, I think it was Ashley. Yes. She basically cucked her boyfriend or whatever. Is that what happened? Yeah. In so many words, that's exactly what happened.
Wow, man. Look, I ain't Ashley, bro. Look, if that motherfucker was stupid enough to deal with that, that's his fucking idiotic fault. Look, you can justify cheating all you want. Does it make it morally right, though? I don't think so. You can justify anything in your head if you're just talking to yourself. She was arguing with me, man. I'm about to get my knob slobbed by some broad at the strip club. If you think that's a good idea, my G, do you. But there's always consequences for your actions. That bitch could have herpes. You're gonna end up shooting the club up. Then you got a side baby. And once I'm outside chicks and shit, but no one think about side babies. You know what I'm saying?
baby come out stripping.
Shoot. What?
No, so the baby gonna come out stripping. Ain't that a bitch? You know, she ain't gonna work the pole till she about 8.5 months done. She gonna, you know, strippers make bad decisions, but that's terrible. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you got, but hey man, you got a point there, man. A lot of these broken homes producing broken ass children, and we seeing the fruits of that shit right now. This whole side chick thing, I don't know where the shit started. I don't know, and I think it's just a bad idea, man. Look, if you like this one person for all these factors, then you have to make a compromise. Like, okay, they might not be that good in bed or whatever. She don't give head, or he has like a small penis. I don't know. Are you willing to compromise for all the other good benefits? If you're not, don't get in a relationship. Let that person meet someone who prefers or doesn't care about getting head or whatever the fuck happens to people. I don't care. I don't like people anymore. I don't talk to people except y'all on the den. Shout out to the den. And that's about like, I don't care anymore, man. I don't care. Like, my heart is burnt up. You know, the only bit of love I have in my heart left is for my niece and nephews. Everybody else, take a back fucking seat. I don't care no more. I'm trying to get this cheese. That's it. I'm almost done with all my papers and shit. I got an exam or two. Then I should have all A's or A's, maybe 1B for this semester. That's the game plan. It looks like it's going to be like that.
Oh, that's
what I'm focused on. And working this job right now, which we're doing video conferencing and stuff like that. So I'm caring about that. I don't have time to engage in one of these emotionally unstable, mentally homicidal females out here. And not all females, so calm the fuck down. I know somebody like, you talking about me. Maybe I am. If a hit dog goes with a hit dog hollers, ain't that what the motherfuckers be saying?
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little heated, man. I apologize.
No, it's all good,
it's
man. I understand. I feel it now. The combination of all those events, you know, and I can understand that, man. Like I say, you know, it's just when it seems like things happen just one after another. You kind of in a transitioning period of your life, man. Those things can, you know, they can lead to decisions that, you know, end up having a significant impact. So I definitely feel you. The thing about dating and love, and it's all crazy because, I mean, in reality, it's kind of a crapshoot. No matter who you get with, you have no idea what you're really getting into that person, and it's a gamble, man. So I don't blame you for not wanting to play the game. Not, you know, because the house always wins, as they say. So I don't blame you for not wanting to take the gamble, man.
And you cannot lose if you do not play.
Yeah, correct. That's true.
I got that from The Wire. Shout out to The Wire. Man, that's all I had to say, man. I turned off the chat because I didn't think I roasted me, bro.
Don't read the last 2 or 3 minutes of the chat. Ain't nothing too hardcore, but yeah, they feel like you're very heated right now, that you're upset right now. So, you know,
it's nigga crazy. What's wrong with this nigga? He say, how you say nigga? He sound white anyway. He sound like Uncle Tom Coon. Who heard it? What woman heard him? I told you a woman heard me. Shit, I don't give a fuck no more, man. Look, bro, it just look. I've been burnt before in that aspect, bro. You know, I don't want to get burnt again, man. And that's safe. I know some people saying like, "Hey, man, you'll find somebody." I don't care about finding somebody. Yeah. You know, if I meet some random chick who do something, okay, cool. I'm not right now. I don't Rona. Fuck that shit. Yeah. But I just don't care anymore, man. You don't get burnt so many times before you just stay out the goddamn kitchen. And that's all I got to say. Okay. Well, that's it, man. So, yeah, that's it.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, as always, man, because the thing I love about Dan, man, and I think the whole den loves about Dan is because you are frank and honest. And it's not a lot of people. Like, you've got, 2 or 3 folks in Den who are very frank. But like I say, you just, like I say, unfiltered, you're honest, no matter what the factor, if it's a personal thing, if we're talking about, black, whatever the issues may be. And that's what I love about Dan, man. So I thank you for that, Dan. I just want to let you know I appreciate you, and I appreciate each and every one of your calls because, like I say, it's raw, it's uncut, and it's honesty.
Now, I appreciate that, Honcho. Thanks, brother. Now, John, you said get a snow bunny. Dude, the snow bunny was the one that cheated on me, right? So, look, black or white, bitches are bitches, right? And that's what it is. If you're a real woman, you ain't going to cheat on a dude halfway across the globe. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I agree. It is what it
real
is.
Real shit.
Yeah, I think.
That's what it is.
But yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a racial component to it. We can talk culture, we can talk all the things, but if you go on, do somebody dirty, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't think the race matters. 'Cause I've seen, terrible stories from every corner of the world. No matter if you Indian or you in wherever, like people do terrible things. And it's crazy because I was actually doing some stuff, looking some stuff up, and I heard a crazy story from India. I'm gonna share it later, but it was about something that happened.
Okay.
So, but yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it'll be wild, bro. But yeah, shout out to the females of the name, Miss Grace, Sarah, Kay Grace, Sweet Berry. Look, thank y'all. And John, I didn't mean to get at you, bro. I just like, I know a lot of like black men are trying to switch to white women now, but bro, a lot of these rich black dudes get fleeced by white women. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, or she like Latino, whatever, the Watson, whatever her name is. They fleecing these dudes, man. Get you an older Asian woman, she ain't going nowhere, right? I mean, I don't know. So mess with these chicks 20 years younger than you. She don't want your old needing Viagra ass. Take your old ass to the old folks home, like I said last time. I love you too, John. You the man, bro. No, that's all I got, man. Let me get the hell off the line, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Shout out to Dan.
Sorry.
I'm laughing at the idea of an old Asian woman. The first thing that fucking comes to mind is, I don't know if y'all remember that that fucking skit that used to come on Mad TV, He Looky Like a Man. And
Miss Swan.
that's what the fuck I started thinking about. That's why I'm over here dying laughing. Oh man, already. Well, Mr. Dan, you already know, man. I appreciate your call, man. I thank you for sharing your thoughts with us this afternoon.
Yeah, man. Now that being said, next time black women do some wild shit, I'm getting on their head too. I don't discriminate shit.
Coming soon, coming real soon. We got something next week. Once we get this draft shit out the way, and then also
oh boy,
I'm gonna start turning the knob. But we summertime. We finna get some heat in the den. So it's almost summertime. But so.
All right. Oh yeah. All right, I'll be ready for that one, man. All right, I'm getting off the line now, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Shout out.
You too, Dan, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Honcho.
All right, have a good day.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh man. The older Asian woman that got me died. It's terrible. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna. Let me see if I can go. Have I said anything stereotypical today? Or racist? I don't think I have. I'm gonna see if I can go a whole stream without saying anything too stereotypical or prejudiced. I'm sure I probably already have if I go back and watch. But I'm gonna try not to. I saw something else interesting too today. They were talking about Hitler and the factors that made him who he was and the things that happened. And I immediately thought about Heidi. So you can take that however you want to. You can, depending on what side of history you're on, right? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, Honcho, this is Slick Whips.
Miss Slick Whips, how are you this afternoon?
I'm fine. I'm mad with the notification squad because I didn't get the notification that you were even going live today at this time.
See, it's terrible. I
But
even put it up
anyway.
early and shit.
Right, I didn't get the notification, so I wanted to call in just to say a couple of things. I didn't get to hear everybody's, call, so, I don't know what was said all the way through, whatever. I'm calling to tell you that when I was a child, I thought as a child, and I did things that kids do. When I was younger, yes, I did cheat with married men. I always got paid for it. I'm not saying it was right, but I did. Now that I'm an older lady, I'm not interested in cheating. When I walked out of my marriage, I wound up paying alimony, child support, and the only thing I had was the clothes on my back. So I think cheating is a choice. I don't think it has to do anything with color. Whatever your situation is, that's what you do. I'm not promoting anybody to cheat, and if you want to cheat, I'm not telling you not to either, because there's different reasons why people do what they do. So I did hear, what was the guy that was talking about the girl cheated on him and broke his heart? I feel bad for him because he sounds so angry. When somebody breaks your heart, pick them pieces up and move on. The hatred you hold towards that person, will keep you bound, and and it's not a good thing. So
How long
that's all I wanted to
how long you
say.
married, Miss Whips?
Well, I was married for 13 years. Um, I, I was 13 years in an abusive relationship, so cheating was very easy. Um, I was a nurse when I was working, so it was easy to find somebody to cheat with that would pay. So it was easy. Now that I'm older, I did it, you know, at that time it was okay. Now I wouldn't do it now because I'm older now. So, I think everybody, do stuff that they wish they could take back, you know, but it happens. So life goes on, you know.
So you
I
said
wasn't happy.
that
Huh?
you cheated with married men.
Oh yeah, when I was married, yes, I did. I
So
did. I was in an abusive relationship, so it was easy. My mindset was, oh, I'm gonna get this dude because of X, Y, Z. You know, but I got paid for it. I'm not boasting or bragging about that, but I got paid for my services. Um, would I recommend anybody to do it? No, I wouldn't because nowadays, you know, it's just a different crowd of folks.
do you have an
So,
OnlyFans?
do I have what?
Do you have an OnlyFans?
No, what is that?
Well, you got to get you an OnlyFans account. You know, don't pay
Oh,
attention to
okay.
me. But no, are you anywhere around the Baltimore area? Because I hear that
I'm
accent.
in Baltimore.
Oh, you in Baltimore?
I'm
Okay.
in Baltimore, Maryland. I've been living in Maryland all my life. Um, so that's what it is. I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not saying it to or make anybody seem that it's okay to do it because really it's not. Um,
But we
but
definitely appreciate the honesty though. So that's commendable.
right, and like would I do it now? No. Have I apologized to my ex? Of course I did. When he see me now, he runs. but
What you did, you must pull the strap on it. You did something
well,
that
that'll be another show. That'll be a whole nother show.
okay.
Just to know that um, it's not right to cheat. If you want to be in an open relationship, I do think that should be presented ahead of time before the relationship, and
Um,
that's it.
okay. One last question. Then it like when you think of something, it slips right. Oh, okay. And so with the married guy, was there ever a point in time that you felt like maybe you caught feelings for one of the married guys that you were involved with, and ever wanted to let his wife know something? Did you ever get to a point like that?
No,
Okay.
no, but he has, and he still calls me, and this is when I was in my 20s. This man, he's still married to his wife. He still calls me. I don't answer the phone, but you know, if I ever need some pocket change, though, I know who to call.
Okay. Oh,
But
sugar
no,
daddy.
I didn't catch feelings yet. I never caught feelings. And these guys, that I fooled around with, they had jobs, they had money, so I never went out with somebody who didn't have money. You always had to have money to talk to me. I don't care what the situation was. You want to talk to me? Okay, how much you paying? You want to have a drink with me? How much you paying? So that was my mindset when I was younger. But now it's different. It's different now. So
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
mhm.
I have no further questions, Your Honor. Anything else that you would like to add?
No, I just want y'all to have a nice day.
All right.
And
Well,
it's always good to talk. And I hope we get the my notifications for the next time you go in,
yeah. What
because
I
I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, what I'll probably end up having, it'll probably, I'm debating if it'll be either daytime tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow evening, because like I said, tonight I got to cover the draft on my other channel, so it won't be at the end of the night, but I'll try to give a heads up either on the channel in the community tab or in the Discord, let y'all know, next time we got something going.
Okay, okay, that'll be fine. You have a good day. Everybody take care. I'm going to jump back in the chat.
All right, you too, Miss Slick Whips. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. You have a great day. Okay, okay. This is. I'm liking today's topic. I'm liking the calls today.
Good day. Everybody
You
take
know, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the
All
den
right. Bye-bye.
this afternoon?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Yes, put the girl 6 voice on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who do we have calling in this evening or this afternoon?
It's Bad and Bougie.
Okay, Miss Bad and Bougie. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm excellent. Life is good. I'm alive, man. No complaints. So, what are your thoughts on today's topic?
Okay, let me just gather myself. I despise side bitches. I can't understand them. I can't relate to them. I don't give a damn how much money he's giving you. Like, you're a side bitch. And, you know, with dealing with, an athlete and being married to an athlete, I see women that as long as you have a certain amount of money, then I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to, come between your family. I'm willing to do whatever. And they irritate me. Their mindset irritates me. First of all, why would you want to settle for being second or third down the line? Why would you, as a queen, put yourself in that position? Secondly, the thing of approaching the wife, it's funny that I just heard that, because I just did on my channel, I just did a live about that, about um one of the stars of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anyway, a side bitch who wasn't really a side bitch decided to approach the wife and say, "Oh yeah, your husband sent me a drink, blah blah blah." So I did a whole live on that. But the fact that you would have enough gall to approach someone's wife, you need to go take your ass somewhere and sit the fuck down.
Mm.
You don't approach nobody's wife. You knew what the deal was when you took it. And what are you doing approaching somebody's wife? You didn't approach the wife to ask to be with him. So what are you approaching her for? Because you're hoping that she's gonna break up with him, and you're gonna tear apart a family, and that you're gonna get him at the end. The end of the day, I've seen this many times over. Most of the time, if the couple does break up, he doesn't go be with the side bitch, because whether you guys know it or not, he puts you in a certain category in his mind. You'll never be number one, because guess why? You settle for being the side bitch. So you need to learn to stay in your place and be just that. Be alone on holidays. Be alone on holidays. Always get seen the day after Valentine's Day, or the day after Christmas, or the day after
That's
whatever.
the real Valentine's Day. What you talking about? Everybody know the 15th is the real Valentine's Day. Oh, it's terrible.
So that's just my opinion. Like, I just feel like, and men who cheat most of the time do not ever. They end up moving on, being single, finding somebody new, and being with them. My grandmother used to always say, if you always with somebody else's man, you can never find a man on your own, of your own. I'm sorry. So, I just don't know. I don't know.
So let's flip the script a little bit. What about the other side? What about it? What is it when women cheat?
Oh my goodness. I don't get that either. And you guys know I'm a little old school, so I'm probably gonna piss a lot of people off right now. But if I can be very blunt with you, I think you're nasty as a woman
if you sitting there opening up your legs to more than one man at a time. Now, I know I am old school, but that's just how I feel. So if you're a woman out here cheating on your man, so if your man's out there working hard like mine, he used to be out of town. Of course, he played sports. He was out of town a lot. So if I take my ass and say, oh, well, he's out of town all the time, so I'm going to screw somebody else, to me, that's just nasty. Like, to me, and I know it shouldn't be a double standard between men and women, but if you are lucky and blessed enough to have a good man, and just because he works about you, take your nasty ass out there and screw somebody who's probably selling bananas on the corner, you know, what's mentally wrong with you? You've just belittled yourself. And God forbid the man find out and put your ass out, then now you're going to be with the guy that's selling bananas on the corner. Would not shit to him. So, I know I normally don't get this blunt on your show, but hey. So I'm able to smoke a little bit while I work. But, yeah, so, yeah, I think that women who cheat, and, you know, you could say, why don't you just leave? If you that, like, I've never cheated. I never would consider cheating. Before I do that, I just leave, you know, but I know, or men don't do it for financial reasons. It's hard to pay that mortgage. You need two people, a two-income household. So a lot of times it's not financially feasible for you to get up and leave, and I understand that. However, I just feel like, I was divorced. When I divorced, I was like, let's just split this shit down the middle and go. I didn't seek out to cheat. Now, when I separated from him, I wasn't divorced yet, but I did start dating my current husband a month later. But I didn't consider that cheating because I had already, gotten my own place. And yes, the divorce was in process, but it took a long time because there was assets to, split up. So I didn't consider that cheating. But I just feel like you should be, if you're going to think about cheating, you should be brave enough to just end whatever relationship you're in and then move on. I just don't believe in cheating, and I just don't believe that cheaters change.
I mean,
I know that might be kind of harsh.
I would agree with you, and again, being a former cheater, I would agree with you, 99.5% of the time. I don't think they do. Like I said, I don't necessarily think that I would have changed had it not been, again, like I say, for some traumatic things taking place. So, I mean, just to be frank and be honest about it. Couple of things, though. Couple of things. And I agree with the majority of what you're saying. One, when are we going to do a collabo, Baton Rouge?
You need a what?
When are we going to collaborate?
Whenever you want to collaborate.
Okay. We're going to set something up. We're going to talk with some and make that happen.
You know that.
And then number two, since you know these athletes and things, I'm just gonna leave this out there. If your associated athlete circle have any ties to athletes in Houston, tell them we need to have a conversation, because I'm trying to work on some things here, and it would be greatly appreciated if they did. If not, no big deal either way. But just putting the feelers out there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, most of the athletes that I am in contact with, they've already retired from the NFL because, we're a little older. But I think I told you that my son also played for the NFL for a while. So I know a couple of people.
Look, I'm just, like I say, I got my sports channel is primarily Houston, so I'm trying to build my network. The saying, your network is your net worth. And there's some things I'm trying.
I've never been to your sports channel. I got to come over there.
It's a terrible place right now. It's the worst thing happening ever right now, because the Texans are terrible. But I don't want Antonio Brown on the show. It'd be a bad deal. because it'd be threats and fights, John. But okay, I'm just putting that out there. But yeah, definitely, I would definitely like to collaborate on something in the near future.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Anything else that's on your mind, Ms. Badenbush?
No, that was it on the topic for today. I'm just going to get back in the chat and listen.
Okay.
But just my advice to everybody is do not be a side bitch. Don't lower yourself. You don't have to settle. There are plenty of single, eligible men out there that are gainfully employed and are looking for someone as well. You know, I have a lot of male friends, you know, through my husband or what have you. And they out there, they always saying they looking for a good woman, they looking for this, they looking for that. So they are out there. You do not have to settle for being a side bitch. And that's all I have to say, Hunter.
I got one thing to harp on that before you go, because it made me think because somebody told me the reason that side bitches do what they do is, especially with married men, is that they see that that's a man who's willing to commit. And so that their hope is that since they already see him in a commitment, that he's already a person that's willing to commit, that they can just basically replace the wife. Do you think that's the thing, or do you think they just going after whatever they can get, and then if other opportunities occur,
I think that, yeah, obviously they're willing to commit, but it's not to you. They're already committed. The thing about it is I think once a man sees, like, even let's just say if you're just dating and he, let's just say he don't even have a woman, okay, and he sees that you see these women that have been engaged for 10 years, 15 years and stuff, and it's like he does that to you because you allow him to do that to you. You have him satisfied to see that he can never put a ring on it, but you're going to give him all of you anyway. So why put a ring on it? So it's the same mentality with a side bitch. You're a side bitch. He's already seen that you're willing to lower yourself to that. So what would make him commit to you? You're a side bitch. You willing for being seen the day after holidays. You willing to take what you can get. You willing to not be able to call him when you need him. You willing to settle for all this stuff. So what makes you think he's going to commit to you? You've already lowered yourself in his mind. Like most of the time, when side bitches break up marriages, and I've seen it a million times, he usually dumps her and then finds a new bitch who he feels in his mind is deserving of his commitment. Because he already knows you're not.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious about that. Well, I appreciate you and sharing your thoughts on that, Ms. Badenbush.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, you have a great evening. Shout out to Ms. Badenbush. Really past the brink. We can take one more call. We'll wait a couple minutes. If it don't come in relatively soon, then we're going to wrap it up. But we can take one more call. But I think today has been very interesting. And we didn't go in the direction that I necessarily thought it would. So I just kind of, I'm gonna hold off on something I was gonna say. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening or afternoon, whatever fucking time it is?
What up, Chris? D-Love.
D-Love, how are you doing this afternoon, D-Love?
Doing all right, Honcho. Doing all right.
What's on your mind this afternoon?
Say what?
What's on your mind this afternoon, sir?
I know, just chilling, really. But no, about cheating, though. Absolutely not. I do not think cheating can be justified or should be justified. I mean, I understand that might be an exception because the argument that I hear most of the time is that, you know, if the person is not upholding their half in a relationship, then people should cheat. And I often hear from, from the male perspective, they believe that if a man is not doing what he's supposed to do, then the woman should cheat. The woman had the right to cheat and stuff like that. So I hear a
Wait,
different argument.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying from the male perspective that...
No, I'm telling you, that's what I hear from males that I have this discussion with all the time.
So you're saying that
I
men
always
say
that
that women should cheat? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, they say like, yeah, they say whenever a man is not doing what they're supposed to do. Now these be men that are trying to, sabotage your marriage and stuff. These are like
I would say you should probably not be hanging out with these kind of guys or having conversations because I've never heard such thing.
I understand that, but I can't help who I work with. But it'd be like
but you
perspective. I don't think there is a reason to cheat at all. I don't think it can be justified. Now, here's the thing. I think the question you was asking us, do people deserve a second like that? Is that correct?
Kind of, sort of. Like who?
Hello?
Yeah. Here's my thing. Like if you get back with a person who has cheated on you once, who's more at fault if it happens again? Is it you for getting back with them, or is it for that person for not accepting your forgiveness?
They fooled me once. Right? Fooled me once. But now look. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Let's say you know for a fact that person will change and stuff like that. It's all about if you believe in second chances. Some people do. I don't. But I think it's really about how much you value yourself. How much you really value yourself in a relationship. So, I mean, if somebody cheat on you and you know for a fact that they won't do it again. Let's just say you knew for a fact that you're serious and not going to do it again. I mean, would you do it? Would you give them a second chance again? Because honestly, I believe that there are people out there that wouldn't have done it in the first place, right? So I believe that people should value themselves to the maximum capacity, right? Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like we try to value ourselves to the maximum capacity. I mean, I know a lot of people believe in second chances. I don't. We just gotta understand that we gotta set our standards, and we have to not settle. We gotta make sure we find somebody that meets those standards. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. I still got to go back to the conversation that you're having with your coworkers. Don't talk to these people anymore. Like, say hello, cool, hi, bye. What? Don't. Yeah.
Honcho, look, I don't know where you get in this. I don't know if you get in the perspective that I'm taking advice from them.
But you're talking to them now. It's not even about advice. It's don't talk to them. Don't even speak to them because they're doing you absolutely no favors.
I'm doing them all a favor by trying to talk sense into them, but I mean, they obviously not listening. But it is what it is.
Yeah, they're awful people. I've never heard such things in my life, and I've been around. But now look,
some derelicts of society. I mean, there are a lot of people who think irrationally. Like, you'll be surprised. No,
I'm not surprised. I know people think irrational, but that is that's like something I've heard people say a lot of dumb things, a lot of off the wall things. I've heard a lot of different arguments, but as far as just a man saying that women should cheat, even if he's like a cheater himself, and again, this is me. And I told y'all I was not the most faithful individual a while back. I remember I was a chick I was fucking with. She had a whole boyfriend and the whole situation she had going. I had a girlfriend, the whole situation I had going, and we'd fuck around and send her on her way or whatever else is going on. And so, but I wasn't trying to break up what she had. I wasn't necessarily encouraging her. I don't even think I knew she had a boyfriend when I first met. I think that came up later, and then whatever happened from there happened. But it was at no point, even after my relationship was over or whatever, and I still kept in contact with her over the years. Actually, I think I talked to her not that long ago. But there's never been a point in time where I said I'm gonna go ruin what she has. Even I think she recently got married. There's never been a point where I could say I'm gonna go do something volatile like to just go, and I definitely could if I wanted to, but like that thought is never. So to be around those kind of people, those are scumbags, and so if they think that way, just on the subject of cheating, there's no telling how they think in other areas. And again, as far as these are the type of people that if not, they'll undermine a happy relationship. They'll undermine you at your job. They'll undermine. They're snakes. They're scum. So that's why I'm saying don't talk to these people. Don't even affiliate or associate. You know, have your cordials, hey, hi, and bye, and keep it trucking. Because the more you conversate with those people, the more likely. I'm not saying you're going to take on their behaviors, but the more likely you're opening yourself up, we're going to say something that they're going to be able to take advantage of and try to exploit you for. Because that's the type of people who do that. People who think like that operate in that manner. You know what I'm saying?
If I hear you, now I'm gonna go ahead and pop off. You got Discord?
Huh?
Y'all can be in the Discord?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Discord for a little bit. I gotta edit a video I just did for Soft Sports, and I might have to do another. But I'll be in there while I'm doing that. I'll be talking in the Discord. We can keep this conversation going. Yes.
Got it. All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Mr. D-Love. All right. So we'll end it on that note. But I gotta get back. I like day dens. I can't lie. I like day. I like night dens, but day dens are good too. So here's the deal. That's actually not a bad time. Take that off so nobody thinks to call. First, shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody who signed up and became a member. Thank you to all of y'all. I appreciate that love. No, Soft Sports is not more important, John. It's just, you know, when the Texans actually do something newsworthy, they'll go back to being in the shadows pretty soon here. I mean, I got to talk about it. I don't know what time. Like I say, I don't know when we're going to do the next den. It's not like, oh, I'm taking a hiatus. It's not like that. I'm going to try to get something in over the weekend because, like, I know I missed a couple of times this week as far as evening dens, and then with the draft going on, like I say, we didn't do yesterday, won't be tonight. So we'll see. I'll try to post something up, like I say, either in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, let me make sure I post that link. And then, let me see. I got you. And then, let me put a Discord here. We'll be in the Discord after this, like I said, because what we tend to do, if you don't know, is we continue the conversations from the live stream into the Discord so everybody can kind of jump in and have their own thoughts, have their own feelings, and we can go from there. I hate Beyond the Funny Nigga. That's all I'm saying. Beyond the Funny Nigga, I don't know what you've been on the start of the stream, but he has definitely been on one this evening. I ain't bad. And shout out to Beyond. And when is... And I watched the other one, because I think I watched the other one. I forgot what I was doing when I watched your last comedy special. I was probably watching it when I wasn't supposed to. I'm not going to say I was driving, but I mean, I forgot. But when you drop your next one, give me a second, I'm going for the thing here too. I'm going to post the link up. There we go. So I'm going to go temporary link for you. Fuck your page, nigga. That ain't what I asked, goddammit. I said when the next one happened. I need them shits every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta drop them hoes like mixtapes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That this is a new day and age. It's 2020. But here's my deal, man. I appreciate everybody who came through this evening or this afternoon. I'm getting my timing right. We'll be in the Discord immediately after this. The link is right there. And appreciate all of y'all who came through. We'll get in there. We'll chop it up. We'll discuss some things as far as cheating. I'll kind of get into some of the other stories. I got some of these other tabs open for some of the things I wanted to discuss. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all. Again, it is my honor. It is my privilege. And more than anything else, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys as much as possible. I mean, I don't say every day because this has been a sketchy week. But I'm your host, Ed Honcho. This is The Den. And after the draft, I do know this. After the draft, it's probably going to be late tonight. There's 2 rounds tonight. We will have mixer crew. And I'll actually cut the mixer on today. I'll actually cut the mixer on today. I'm not going to lie. I drank a little coffee. I had some coffee in my cup, and then I had like this little pre-workout stuff. And I probably shouldn't have drank it, but I did because I didn't sleep enough last night. So I use that to fuel me through the day sometimes. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And until next time, whatever next time may be. Y'all ain't got to go home. I'm inviting you to the Discord. Let's chop it up there. Let's continue the conversation at Discord. But y'all got to get the fuck out of here. I'm gone.